tank onto the airlock. And this gas tank was launched on 129 on the pallets, ELC2. And so the first thing they're going to do when they come outside is prep the airlock for this. You see Bobby, he's going to be closing off an oxygen valve to an existing gas tank in the on the airlock. That's for prep of connecting the O2, and then we'll be doing a leak check for that as well. You see Bobby here, he's going to be relocating a foot restraint that's there. He's going to install another foot restraint when the gas tank, or for the gas tank installation on the airlock. Bobby is going to translate out to the CETA cart, where he's going to pick up another foot restraint and carry that out to S3 to where ELC2 is and where the gas tank is installed. And you can see the gas tank on the pallet. He puts the foot restraint in there. He's also going to be installing some adjustable tethers on the gas tank, and this is to help in the handling of the gas tank. When they remove it, they are going to be maneuvering it some, so that those tethers are going to help him do that. While Bobby is performing all of that, Comrade heads out to the payload bay right after egress. And he's going to be removing 2 experiments from the payload bay. We call them the MISSIs, which stands for Materials ISS Experiment. And these are the MISSI 7s. We have had several of these on orbit already. So he takes these and he bundles them together so he can translate with both of them out. And he's going to meet Bobby out at S3, because the permanent location of these experiments will be on ELC2. And you can see you can see Comrade. He installs these experiments, and he's going to leave it at that spot. Once the gas tank is removed, he's going to finish the installation of those. So both crew members are needed to remove this gas tank from the pallet, and they're going to need to tilt it up 90 degrees, and that is for the arm, the station arm, to come on over and grapple to that. And it's going to take the gas tank out to the airlock for installation. So in the meantime, during that arm translation, Comrade is going to finish the installation of the MISSI experiments. And so he unbundles them and puts the one in the other socket. And these experiments, they're almost like suitcases where you open them up. So once they're installed, you open them up, and there's experiments on the inside of that. So it's going to expose the experiments to the vacuum of space. While Comrade is doing that, Bobby heads on back to the airlock, and he is prepping the airlock for this gas tank installation. So he installs a foot restraint there. Blinking right now is a guidepost, which we expect Mike to install during EVA2, and that's just to help robotically to make sure that the gas tank is getting into the right position when it's being installed. There are also 2 debris shields that need to get removed from the airlock. You can see a picture here from the pool. Both crew members are removing these shields, and they're going to basically clamshell them together and tie those off with wire ties. It's easy for translation, and it just keeps them in a good position, a good config. So once those shields are removed, it's about time that the gas tank will be coming over, and both crew members are going to assist in helping the installation of that gas tank. So there is an antenna that it's a very tight clearance that we are not planning on removing. We're going to be relying on Bobby and Comrade to make sure that we do have enough clearance. If for some reason there isn't enough clearance, we'll hold up on the arm operations will move that antenna out of the way, finish the installation of the gas tank, and then relocate that antenna if necessary. So once the gas tank is installed, now it needs to get hooked up to the oxygen system on the station. So they open up the door there. There's a quick disconnect that is going to attach into the station. We are going to be performing some leak checks and making sure everything is properly mated. So once the gas tank task is complete, both crew members are going to head out to S3, and we are going to be deploying yet another one of the payload attach systems. This one is the Zenith inboard, and all of this is very similar to the other PAS deploys that we'll be doing. They just removed a diagonal brace. You can see a yoke coming out, bringing the pallet up. They'll reinstall that diagonal brace and then secure the yoke down onto structure. And this deploy is for a future flight, and the same thing with the one we deployed on EVA-2. So once that is complete, the crew members are going to now take care of those debris shields. So they're going to be taking them and securing them together and stowing them outside or bringing them inside. So we're still exploring our options for that task. And that is the conclusion of EVA-3.